Well, hello, and thanks for watching another episode of ARFCOM News, your twice-weekly dose of the finest 2A propaganda. Oi, bruv, you Yanks need more gun control, yeah? Meanwhile, the British ambassador to Mexico damn near shot Marvin in the face.
Well, you gotta have an opinion.
If you pointed a gun at a coworker, you would probably get fired for it, but this, nah, just kidding, he got sacked. Apparently this wasn't an isolated incident, and this dude was responsible for a culture of abuse and harassment, so good riddance.
So long, farewell, I'll be just saying goodnight.
Now, how did little bro get his hands on a Galil Ace in the first place, though? I assume diplomats aren't normally issued fighting rifles, so did his protective detail just leave it laying around unsecured, or are they in the car with him watching him threaten his coworkers? What do you think? Where did this limey idiot get hold of the gun in the first place? But it would be impossible for us to produce quality 2A propaganda without sponsors, so let's pay some bills. Today's video is sponsored by Franklin Armory. It is a scientific fact that bad guys with twice as many holes are half as dangerous. It's math. It can't be wrong. Want reduced split times and tighter groups? With a Franklin Armory binary firing system, you can improve these important shooting metrics and more. Visit franklinarmory.com and gain the selectable option to fire on both the pull and release trigger functions of your semi-automatic firearm today. And by TNVC.com, the new Mars LC 2000 meter laser rangefinder is in stock and ready to ship. It's compact and packed with features including a built-in ballistic computer, Bluetooth, and a red aiming laser, as well as an IR ranging laser which cannot be detected by most night vision devices. And by Hydra. The Mark 15 Hydra is the most versatile black rifle platform the industry has ever seen. The most you will ever need to convert calibers is a barrel, a bolt, and a magazine well. When I was a younger, dumber ruffian doing hood rat stuff, everybody knew the ice cream truck had the hookup for illegal fireworks, weed, and maybe even a stolen gun every now and then. Apparently, that's the case for food trucks too. Orange County Sheriff's deputies, not that Orange County, the Orange County that has shittier weather and somehow manages to have even worse gun laws, the one in New York. Orange County, New York Sheriff's deputies worked with the ATF to bust a Jamaican food truck for selling drugs and guns. They say he was pulling in about $3 million a year, and they found 12 kilos of coke, 90 grams of fentanyl, 45 grand in cash, and 31 guns. Now, I don't mean to condone illegal activity, but bro is kinda a genius. Food trucks are expected to make a lot of cash, so it should be easy to hide it. Anyway, doesn't seem like New York's gun laws are any more effective than their drug laws are. We finally know the name of the deputy who shot Senior Airman Roger Fortson, Eddie Duran, and he's been fired. Yes! Duran shot Fortson dead in his own home over literally nothing. Fortson had committed no crime and wasn't even suspected of doing so. A neighbor complained about some noise, but Fortson had been alone in his apartment and was FaceTiming with his girlfriend, who said they weren't even arguing. Fortson answered the pounding at his door with a handgun in his hand, as is our custom in America. But as the sheriff department says, Mr. Fortson did not make any hostile attacking movements, and therefore the former deputy's use of deadly force was not objectively reasonable. Now, some people have asked me, what was Duran supposed to do? Just stand there and wait until he's shot? No, of course not. And I certainly wouldn't fault him for drawing, pressing out, and stepping off to the side. He was really caught standing right in front of the doorway when it opened, despite his attempt to hide from the peephole a moment earlier. But here's a hard pill to swallow. A police officer's safety comes after his duty to defend our rights. Now, I know it sounds harsh, and I'm sorry if it hurts your fifis, but cops, soldiers, firefighters, moms and dads, and lots of other jobs require you to place your own well-being after another person. It's called having a servant's heart, and if you don't have it, then maybe policing isn't your bag, baby. Now, I haven't seen any word yet on criminal charges, but it's likely they might be filed, and it also might be difficult to get a conviction. What do you guys think? Is there enough evidence here for a murder charge? Manslaughter? Now here's something you won't hear every day. Supreme Court Justice Sotomayor wrote the majority opinion in a decision for the NRA. In a unanimous decision, the Supremes ruled the NRA can continue to argue its case against former New York State Superintendent of Financial Services, Maria Vollo, for coercing companies not to do business with the NRA. A lower court had dismissed the case, but this current ruling remands it back to the lower court. So it's not really over yet, and the Supremes even mentioned Vollo might have qualified immunity. What does this mean for gun rights? Well, I guess that depends on how you look at it. The case doesn't actually turn on Second Amendment rights. It's about the NRA's right to free speech. And if the NRA wins, it means they can keep doing whatever it is they do now. And with any luck, they might get round to some gun rights advocacy with their shiny new leadership. If they lose, then authoritarians everywhere will be emboldened in their efforts to shut down dissent, particularly when it comes to gun rights.
Gundustry News.
Dark Mountain Arms dropped this adorable little single-shot bolt-action pistol chambered into 23 Curs. It's already super compact, but the 7-inch barrel is detachable to make it even more compact or to swap calibers. They have a rifle version with a 16-inch barrel as well. Pistol version is $380 and the rifle is $400. Pembleton & Sons posted a CAD drawing to X which looks a lot like a Glock switch. And I guess, in a manner of speaking, it is. They're calling it the Super Safe Glock, and it is literally a safety. Like, it's not binary, forced reset, or full fast shooty pew pew, just a manual safety for Glocks. And it looks like they might even be hinting at dropping a file so you can squirt it at home. This could be the most based thing I've seen in years. This is definitely gonna have Fedbois chewing on their foreheads in confusion. The ARFCOM Dallas boys got their mitts on a Vortex Defender XL, which has cool spiky bits on the front, and it has a nice big chunky window, so they made the pews side by side with a HoloSun 507 comp and the Vortex Defender XL to find out which is best. Click the link down there in the doobly-doo to find out. And now for your moment of Zen. Hey friends, do you like pews and other pew-related things? Would you like to help us keep delivering you pure, uncut American poop again at the low, low price of free Betty? We literally couldn't pay the bills without our sponsors, so do us a solid and get yourself something nice from them. You deserve it. I love you.